I was always people.
Very good. Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. No need to adjust your TV sets. This is our Ptah Shakur holding it down in the most powerful of hours, the hour of power, holding it down for my dear, dear, sweet brother, Sharif Hamed. I'm an interim host at this particular time. As you know, if you have signed in before, this particular program is being streamed live on Facebook. Also, it is actually going out on the WRTC TV channel. This goes out to the south and people from the north representing. Appreciate y'all up in New York, even Africa, and then afterwards, this particular recorded program is actually going on YouTube. So, by all means, this is a live call-in show. We shooting here live from York, Pennsylvania, in the studio today. Got a guest that we're gonna be interviewing. I'm waiting for my dear brother Peace Elohim King. Should be here in a moment. But like always, I'm gonna do a little disclaimer. Warning: the information that you're gonna be presented with, it may excite you, it may scare you, it may cause you to ponder. We are living in the greatest time in most recent history. This is a time that was spoken about in all of the scriptures and all of the books. Spoke about the return of Christ, Jesus Christ, Christ consciousness here. We're bathing in it. It's embedded in our DNA, in our genes. It's everywhere. This is the time where even in the Muslims speak about the Mahdi. The Mayans spoke about this when they alluded to it with the 2012. We're actually entering into something extremely amazing. Every single week, we go into these high-level conversations. So if you enjoyed high-level conversation, please, we have a call-in number. It's going to be dancing on the bottom of the screen there very, very shortly. That number is 717-846-5067. Please call in, share some love. If you have any questions about anything that's being expressed at this time, please do. The information that's coming across is spiritual and it's scientific at the same time. It is actually peer-reviewed science. I am a researcher, and basically I'm going to go into my little affirmation where it really explains quite a bit of who I am. And then we're going to go into the other, my guest should be here, my brother should be here, and then we're going to go into our portion of the interview. This is an hour long. Please go get your popcorn right now. I'm going to pause for about 5 seconds. As you see, go get your water. Go get your crystal-infused water. And take a sip. And always speak to your water. I love you. Thank you. You'll be surprised of how water actually holds a particular vibration. So make sure that your thoughts is as clear as the water that you're drinking. And so going into it, I know my place in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. I am in the upper room. God is. God is. God is. I, Ptah Shakur, pledge to always look for the best in each and every circumstance, in each and every one, especially starting with myself. I come from love, I am love, and I choose to look at the world through the lens of love. I commit myself to choosing the upper room, towards vibrating at the highest level possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am free, I am free, I am free. Behold, I make all things. I am a catalyst for change. I am the agitator. I am the epidist. I am a motivation. I am a stimulus. I'm a Reiki teacher. Spiritual teacher, entrepreneur, channel, and guide. Here making myself known to individuals. If this resonates with you, please join in. This is, like I said, the most powerful time to be alive. As one shines their light, they subconsciously give the rights for others to shine their light. I am a rebel. I'm here to uninstall the cowardiceness that is permitting and actually being pushed out to the citizens of this particular country that I'm living in. And this is in the United States of America, by the way. I reject the agenda to demasculize our men, and I love and support the feminine energy that needs to return ASAP so we can put balance in this particular portion of space that we're revolving in right now. To all my love light children of the Most High, that's you in case you don't know. Anyone who is hearing the sound of my voice, you are a love light child of creation. And treat yourself with love. I'm asking for everybody to unite in love. First of all, you got to unite for love within yourself, because unconditional love You can only do unconditional love for yourself. You can't do unconditional love for anyone else. But it starts with you. Love yourself, and then love your reflections. Your reflections are those that's parading around you, masked in flesh, that you call your fellow human beings. They're an attribute and a different perspective of you, and we are always to be respectful in that love light energy that we actually permitting right now. I'm asking everyone that's listening, turn to the mountain of light that's within yourself. I call for the truth for my ancestors. I call for truth for the misguided youth that are walking around. I call for the truth for Republicans. I call for the truth for Democrats. I call for truth for Caucasians, Hispanics, Asians, and then I also call for truth for the original man, the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. I challenge the elitists that are promoting this brainwashing and control method. And I also invite you all to get tapped in, tuned in, and turned on and ride this beautiful fifth dimension energy that is actually pervasive through our bodies right now. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are interdimensional. You are the child of God. So that's my little intro. Like I said, Ptah Shakur. I got peace on the way. I'm going to drop a jewel of the day. It's 8:06 right now. We're moving kind of fast. We got a lot of stuff to cover, y'all. If you feel inclined to, please call in. Like I said, the number is 717-846-5067, or respond with a comment. I know we all got things to do. We're all busy moving around. Respond with a comment, any love and support, any affirmation, any questions to my dear brother's page, Sharif Hamid's page as well. As it's going to be on my page if it's not on the page right now. We appreciate that. We got the dear brother monitoring those particular things right now. So, having said that, just real quickly, moving this from this moment moving forward, you can always understand that myself and whoever the guest host is going to have a little brief introduction to share a little bit about himself. I am an entrepreneur here at York, Pennsylvania, co-owner of Our Sons and Daughters. They're at the Central Market. So if you see this beautiful little crystal right here, this is a quartz crystal water bottle. Think about it. Your body is comprised of 65-75% water. How you treat your water and the energy that you provide in your water definitely goes into you, and it is a benefit for you. With that, this is the brief kind of setup we got. I'm going to share my intro. Bro, going to share his intro. And then I got the jewel of the day, which I'm going to go into. Then I'm going to go ahead and introduce my dear brother that's sitting here to the right of me. Long story short, short story long. Jewel of the day. There's a lot of things going on. If anybody remembers what we were discussing last week, we have, look at the weather. If you would go back to Ptah Shakur, the episode that I dropped right there in January, I was sharing certain things to kind of look for in 2023. One of the things, like I was sharing, keep your eyes on the skies. It's going to be different things taking place. This is before the Chinese air balloon. And trust me, there's going to be more things that's going to be popping up in the sky. This is the time of freedom. This is the time where a lot of lies and untold and hidden secrets is going to be revealed. It's happening right now. There's a lot of whistleblowers coming out sharing about this secret military complex. We get into it all over here. This is the most powerful hour on TV. And so, like I was saying, going into real briefly, the jewel of the day is the power of thought. How powerful thought is. This is a story that was I came across maybe like 2-3 years ago. Like you ever hear of rain dances, the Native Americans, when they would do their rain dances and such. When I was growing up, we were taught, when it was just mentioned, I had the mentality. I can pass it around to bros to see what they thought. My thought was the Native Americans would go out in the middle of the dust. You know, they needed water and things for their crops and things to grow. I thought they were going out and they was doing their little, doing their dancing and asking for God to, provide the sustenance and provide rain and things of that nature. So that's what I always thought. However, in looking into it a little more deeply, they interviewed the particular individuals at that time, it was chronicled, and asked them, what it was that they were doing. What they was doing was, while they was out there in the dirt dancing around, what they was doing, they was imagining it raining. So you get a group of individuals together with a like-minded spirit, no doubt in their mind, just all for, because they understood how mind power works. Whatever it is you focus on, that's what you give your power. So if you're in a particular, like we shared this before, as far as manifesting, you want to get a good home, you want to have a good home, friendship, walks of life, and things of that nature. There's a certain way you go about it. They even have books out right now. It's called The Secret. The Secrets of Manifesting. And there's plenty of books, and anybody can do this. Anybody can sit in their house and say, I want to have a big house and have this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But what's missing? What's missing? The main thing that was missing is the power of your imagination. It's the power that when we came into this particular system, they snatched it from us. They told us that's not important. You don't need no imagination. We figure out where our place is in this world. You know what I mean? And then we kind of conform to that. It's just something simple as I would do this particular. Oh, appreciate you, God. Do this simple exercise with the youth. I would ask them, we would be in a room and it would have like maybe a door and a couple windows. I would ask them, I said, well, how many ways can you get out of this particular room? And of course, they were like, okay, there's one door and there's two windows. There's three. I said, no. For the wide awake mind, there's 1,000 ways to get up out of that room. You can go through the roof, you can get through the ground, you can bust through that door. But when you're living in this particular society, they kind of box you in with your mentality, and then you go, okay, well, let me go, and I guess I gotta get this 9 to 5. I guess I gotta go down here and do this and do work for this, and then get my money up and get the dog and the 3.5 child and the picket fence, and then
fence and everything.
Have your wife, and then have the side piece on the side. You know what I mean? This is America. Don't get me tripping.
Have your cake and eat it too.
Right. So all those particular constructs is limiting and buffering our thought down. So when we become agents of this particular system, then we find we get what's called a midlife crisis. You get to the point you're like, you know what? This ain't even the path that I wanted to go. Where did this come from? And then you have an existential crisis. You already built. You got your wife. You got your side piece. You got your house. You thinking like, do I really want to do what my soul is calling me to do, and install or uninstall the motion that I actually did, and you have an existential crisis. So don't even fall from that from the get-go. That's one thing I said about the COVID. What it did is it caused us to actually reevaluate what it is that we want to do.
And get creative.
But we woke now, and we not scared. We got our throat chakra open. It's clear, present. We see the clear present danger around us. So we, like I said, we on top of the hill waving the sword right now. We looking for a few good men to stand up, motivated to do this. The ones that can follow the blueprint. So the blueprint is love, peace, respect, and going within yourself and actually finding what it is your calling. And when you do that, you subconsciously give everybody else that. So power of thought. The Native Americans, that's what they were doing. They was imagining it raining, and it rained on time every time it rained. Now you got some people what they call like the doubting Thomas. You gotta be surprised at how much doubt would just paralyze you. You feel me? So long story short, I'm gonna finish my jewel today, and I'm gonna kick it to my dear brother. He got a little intro he want to go into. Then we're gonna go into an interview. 813. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you got a comment down there on below on Sharif Ahmed page. My dear brother, I do want to mention this. The GoFundMe page. I'm gonna put it. My dear brother who's been suffering from health situations, and he's in need. This is the brother that actually provided this particular for him. He's been doing this for a while, even before I even met him. He's been on the front lines on the street. Every time I would go out to a different type of
foot soldier.
Yeah, on the ground. We was out doing something out west. We doing a little west walk.
Walk the walk.
We're gonna do that every Tuesday. You want to get a part of it? We're gonna be meeting at the church over there on Salem. I forget the name of the church.
Salem. Right there, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right there out west. Look for us. Yeah. We're going to do this. We're not scared of the area. This is our people. You, us. We, you. So we're going to go out. We're going to mix it up. And that's what we're going to do about. But lastly, but shortly, I'm going to go into my second jewel today in a minute. But so like I said, the idea is the power of thought, and use your imagination. And don't let nobody tell you that your imagination is unwarranted, when the 1% of the population that owns 99, that's going for 99.5, they know how to manifest it. They know how to utilize the laws and principles, such as the law and principle of unbalanced reciprocity. They give money to Bill Gates. We went kind of in last week.
Last week.
You know what I mean? I got something I'm gonna tell you what happened on the real on the back end of it, but. We coming out with this real information. If you like this, and this is something that you akin to, you vibrate with this, support. Say something, do something. If you ain't got to really support us, support somebody in your community. You see this misguided youth, the hooded youth that's walking around. Why are they hooded? They hooded because they don't think nobody listening to them. You know what I mean? Take that hood off. Share something with them.
Paying attention.
Each one teach one. So, yeah, that's the jewel of the day that I got. But I'm going to pass it on to my dear brother. And like I said, he's the God, the rebel, alone on his level, heated up past the boiling point of metal. This is my God. Peace, Elohim King. Go ahead. What you got for me, God?
Peace. Yeah, I just wanted to, you know what I mean? Almost like what the 48 laws of power. So he was talking about the laws.
Yes,
so
sir.
Law 1, like never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior in your desire to please. Impress them. Do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power.
$48 of power. That's what it gets. Hold on. Oh, my joint, it ain't working.
The sound effects.
Technical difficulties. Oh, I turned my volume down. Yeah. We opening minds out here today, y'all. We inspiring and enlightening. I read the disclaimer. I told him, I said, you're going to be excited. You're going to be entertained. You're going to be traumatized. It's all good. Triggers and traumatized. Triggers and trauma. That's how you find God. So we not afraid to trigger you. We ain't afraid to trauma you at all. So with that, I'm gonna kick it to my dear brother. I'm just gonna do a little bit of intro. This is real organic the way this is coming about. This brother that I met there down at the Central Market Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday. Make sure you come down and get your bath and body products, soaps, body butters, beard oils, beard butters. See, I got my beard. My wife can hook me up. I think I look kind of pretty. What you think? Get that beard oil, make it shine. Matter of fact, I got something for you, bro. You get the beard oil, don't you?
I haven't got one yet, but I will take one.
All right, shoot. All right, I'm gonna have
I know that's right.
for you next time. So, anyways, met this dear brother, I guess wonderful patrons that just get gravitated, that just come to the stand there on Central Market there on Beaver Street. Wonderful conversation, always vibing, always respectful, always enlightening as far as his perspective and the conversations is amazing. It's an honor to even meet this brother on the real. So I'm giving a round of applause for my brother EJ Sampson. Is that right? Is it? All right, go ahead. What's on your mind,
So
sir?
listen, first of all, I appreciate you. I was lost. I'm not gonna lie, I was lost, and I just felt his energy.
Word.
I was like, listen, I need this. Like, I was in such a dark place at the time.
Yeah.
I'm just coming out of it. I'm still
Respect.
lower than I want to be. But people like you, and I hear you talk about, activation. It's like, yeah, I need that. I need to do more.
Right.
And
Right.
I've been here. I've been around.
How young are you though, brother?
Huh?
Yeah, what you,
How young are you?
What you tell us?
I'm
about?
39. I'll be 40
39.
at the end of the
Okay.
year.
Okay.
I'll be 40 at the end of the year. And it's like, man, I ain't have my purpose. I hear you talk about visualization and want to manifest, and it's like, I had to start reading about this stuff. 'Cause I was really in a place where it's like, why is it not going right for me? My heart wasn't in it. That's the other thing that goes with it. Don't just visualize. And like, I'm new to this.
Right.
I'm a student too.
Right.
You gotta have an elevated emotion with that.
Right.
There's lust, there's anger, there's competition, there's ego, there's a
Pride.
whole bunch of pride. There's a whole bunch
That's
of
the
things.
big one. That's my biggest
Man,
devil of all.
Yes, I
Pride.
got a lot of them.
Right.
I've gone through all of them this past 2 years. I'm working my way up, and it's like I needed to hear some brothers like you speak. And I appreciate it for real.
Peace. That's what's love.
Because it's like, man, I need a face that look like me. I'm on YouTube. I'm reading books. They don't look like me. Our experiences ain't shared.
It's our
It's like
information.
they don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
I need somebody who relates. It's like I felt like I lost everything. It's like, man, that's a terrible feeling when your energy is low. I didn't know about any of this stuff. It's like, if I hear another girl talk about vibes, I'm going to lose. What you talking about? It's like, no, this is real.
Right.
Like, no, it's real. It's like when your heart's in something, when you love it, not only do you have the power to move others with you in a positive place, or you can pull them down. It's like, no. Your heart got to be in this.
Yes, sir.
In the right place. You got to elevate emotion. It's going to come. It's going to come. All that stuff that people get focused on, I need $10,000. No, it don't matter. That does not matter. Find something you enjoy, you love to do. It's like, nah, this is good for me. This is good for people. Watch how it work. Watch how it work. You won't even notice if you broke for a while. You're not going to peep it.
Sometimes you know yourself better when you're that way.
True, that too. It's like, man, you're going to figure it out. When I feel like I can put my heart into something, it makes everything better, man. As soon as I go negative, something will switch. Right. And that's what did it to me. Because it was like, I didn't notice it was going good. Because everything, I'm working still, doing what I got to do, paying bills. It's just another day. As soon as I went a little negative, stayed there too long, because it happens. Acknowledge it.
It happens.
Let it. Oh yeah, sit with it if you have to. Because sometimes life gonna hit you with something that's gonna sit you down for a second. Like,
yes, sir.
What's going on? Figure this out. Go inside. Ask yourself why. And then as soon as you get back up, because you gotta keep moving. As soon as you get back up, you'll notice like, that's why. As soon as I got negative, as soon as I stopped thinking, kill negative thoughts. Like when I read a lot of stuff, and all these smart people talk about major, number 2 on the list, if not number 1. Kill the negative thoughts. As soon as they pop up, negative thoughts about yourself, negative thoughts about others, get rid of them. Get them out of there. Stop. No self-doubt.
Get them out your circle.
At one point in time, there was no wheel. People couldn't. You took some for 200 years. They can't imagine a car today. They look at you like, what's going on? Somebody used their imagination. Somebody believed in themselves and was like, man, I'm gonna make this work. Somebody took flight. Made the plane. It's like everybody's a genius. I believe that too. Everybody's a genius. Everybody's smart. Some kids get told when they're young. Shout out to all the brothers who didn't have the love and the structure growing up and still found a way to make themselves better.
Right.
I had all that. I was raised in love, and I still lost my way. It's like, man, you ain't have it, man. Shout out to you, man. For real. Shout out to you, man. Be proud of yourself every day.
Yeah, celebrate. You celebrate individuals like that.
Keep going. Keep going. That's what I'm trying to do.
Respect.
Yes, much love, man.
So were you born and raised down?
Lehigh Valley.
Lehigh Valley.
Yeah. Nazareth and Easton is the places that made me.
What's it called?
Nazareth and Easton.
Okay.
Nazareth raised me. Easton made me a man. That's my homes.
Okay. Respect.
Yeah. Allentown, Bethlehem, lived around there, but those two, that's my.
You really up north.
Yeah, I'm far from home. Rent is way cheaper down here.
Yes, I bet.
They pricing people out up there.
Oh, wow.
Well, let me ask a question. This is a question I asked everybody to kind of get to know you on a soul level. Who was there any particular event or person that led for you to kind of lead to the development to who you are and to who you are right now?
I will say this, right? Who I've been, a lot of people. But I think who I gotta give the most credit to, it was a group effort. Like I was raised in love. I got a big family. Most of them are women. So I had the privilege of being the boy. I'm the only boy in my immediate family.
Okay.
My mom's oldest child. I was raised with a lot of pride. I had some great teachers in every school I've been in. It's like I can't. I love my mom. I want to give them credit, but it was a group effort. My dad was there too. And it's like they dope, but I had a lot of dope people who tried to push me. And
I can relate.
Yeah, it was like I gotta give up to everybody. For real, it's no one person. It was a group. It was village raised me. A village
what that say?
Yeah,
village raised me, man.
That's what we turning around right now. Well, in fact, me and the guy was just outside. We was outside, and there was some bros out there playing basketball, some young boys, right? And they started getting. You got it. I started walking right to them. I'm like, hey, you better calm that down. I'm coming.
Right.
If I see something going on in the streets, if the young youth, I'm like, yo, I'm get involved, yo.
Say something.
Yeah. Even something simple like this, and I'm gonna get back to you in a moment. It's something that really brought peace to me, and I don't think it's well known. It's called Ho'oponopono. Now, don't ask me to spell it. It's a Hawaiian It's H-O.
I disgrace say price. I'm a Hawaiian.
It's Hawaiian. No, I tell you, because it was deep. Because we all been in deep, dark places. Like I said, in order for you to become an Ascended Master, in order for you to become elevated, as soon as you put your name, you sign up on that paper, here come hell. Here come darkness. Here come dark night of the soul. Here come that mirror that's showing you who yourself is, so you can come in. And once you heal yourself, then who can stop you from healing other people? So you gotta be broken. What's that movie Glass? You ever see the movie Glass? You gotta be broken down to each degree. And if you build yourself up, then you can subconsciously do that for others. But I don't even forgot what I was going with that. But yeah, so I do have a question, and for everybody that's listening on, I do have called a Cypher question of the week. And I'll even take, anybody that's online, if anything that we're talking about, any type of subject matter that we're getting into, if you feel that we're not talking about something that needs to be talked about,
call in.
Like one thing that really kind of pricked my conscience, I don't know everything.
Right on.
My wife, she introduced me to go to this movie. She said, I'm going to go to the movie. I didn't even ask what the movie was. I just like, all right, let me get this movie. Happy wife. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. And so we sat down and what's the movie? It was a movie, about like the child trafficking or something. It's called The Freedom something. Somebody help me out on there. It's the movie that got Jim Caviezel in it. It's in the movie theater. It's a big.
It just came out.
It just came out. Ah, man, I could have got some money and some plug if I would have remembered the name of this movie. And it's in the movie theaters. So I'm sitting in there, and it's about this, the police officer, and basically the movie ain't even really like a movie. It's really just dropping some keys and trying to see, like, where's the humanity at? Because this particular, whoever, it's based off a true story, which is real powerful.
Right.
It was an FBI agent or whatever, and he was dealing with child trafficking. Everybody got red tape and all that. So they could bust the dudes that's coming in with the, that. He's like, I want to get it at the root. Like, where's the root of this? And then, you can't do it. He said, forget all this. He went on his own, went down to Bolivia, Colombia, or whatever. And he got a couple of his little super friends together, and they just went. He put his life on the line. You gonna leave your family? He got like 8 kids. He gonna leave and go be in Bolivia, South Colombia, saving young kids that's down in there. No, we need that energy. You know what I mean? We need, like I said in the very beginning of my little speech there. We're here to erase the cowardice that is pervasive through all of us. We all know what's going on. We see the way that this world is spiraling. So it's up to us. Everybody that's listening, it's, like I said, it's a call to arm. Go ahead and call in. The phone number is 717-846-5067, or please drop a comment or a line on Brother Sharice's page. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go into the Cypher question of the week. And like I said, I'm going to post it. We're going to do a due diligence. We're going to start posting this stuff a little bit early to give individuals know what the topic is, so you can join in. Y'all are watching. They watching. But we want the interaction. That's just really how we vibe. We're going to take this to a whole nother level. And anybody who's watching this and they're really uncomfortable and you want us to go away, we're not going away. We're not going away. Instead, we here now. They ain't messed up. So
who's that Exxon? We right here. We ain't going nowhere. And
we're gonna refine, magnify, and elevate. So, and this is for everybody that wants to respond on Facebook as well, or people call in. I'm giving away prizes. Not this one, but anybody that wants to get a free bar of soap, come down to Central Market and share that you watch the show. You want to call in or something, give a bar of soap, give away. We love this particular interaction. But cyber question of the week. Oh, hold on. All right, hold on. Yo, this thing. Did you look at some of the sounds?
I didn't even get a chance to. The drum roll.
Cyber question of the week is, what is power to you, and do you possess it? So we were just talking about the God here was just sharing, we go out and we accomplish money in this particular indoctrination, and I think we alluded to it last week, is like with Donald Trump. We looked at Donald Trump like, you know, the teachers is our teachers and our parents is our parents, and Donald Trump was like the guy.
Right.
You know, he get rich or die trying, you know, that whole type of Wolf of Wall Street, that whole type of money as far as accumulating particular things. And even some of the misguided youth, the question is for y'all too. What do you consider to be power? Having that, Nas had that song, I gave you power, I made you buck, wow. How you like me now? I go blow, it's a move crowd, I'm making every ghetto foul. Yeah. It's having that gun. Is the gun, is that power to you?
That guard you now. I think that's what their power is.
Oh, you want to jump in? You want to jump in?
I think that's their power to youth.
What's that?
The gun, the guard you now. You know what I mean? Without that gun, you don't hear no knuckle fights. You don't hear nobody meeting up at the park or at the cornfield or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yes, I see you on site. It's on. Yeah. You know what I mean? The next thing you know, somebody get hit. Family planning funerals. You know what I mean? And I think that's whack. For real.
I think power is it can take different forms, right? But it's the power to affect your desires and implement them where you want to, for who you want to. Also, some people have the power to, you know, nepotism, get their family in certain places, you know, get who they want, place somewhere they desire. Some people got the money. Some people just Kim Kardashian got power. She got power.
It was a song called "Money, Power, Respect." Remember back
power.
then?
It's like musicians have power. They have
athletes too.
Minds. Yes,
athletes too.
They have past power. They can take their desires and implement them where they want to. Do I have it? Sometimes. Sometimes.
Okay.
At one point in my life, I truly believed, like, you know, if I tell you something, you probably don't believe it. You don't have to know me. Like, when my heart's in it, and people will, when you have that conviction, when you have that belief, people are going to believe you. People are going to believe you. So many people are lost. So many people are lost and looking. I was there. It's like, if you have it, like, nah, this is what you need to do. Somebody's going to hear that. It's going to ding in their brain, you got power. You might not even know it. You might not have power where you want it. But you got power. Everybody got power. It's up to you to utilize it.
Yes, sir. I say like this, the way that the vibe is hitting me right now, and even vibing off of what you just shared, is a shout out to the school teachers. You know what I mean? The educators. I mean the real educators.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I talk to the youth now. They tell me. They tell me they know when you real and they know when you fake. But shout out to the real one. There's a lot of real ones, a lot of individuals, because you have that power. And you can sit in there and you got them, I was going to say 20, them 42 kids. And I'm only saying that to be funny, but I'm really being serious because the educational system is one of the things that is due for upgrade. But shout out to all the teachers that have that opportunity, and you have that responsibility, you know, to help guide youth to really kind of learn themselves when you're doing it the right way. That's a wonderful. They have power. And, you
Teachers
know,
play a big role, man.
Yes.
Big role in the community.
Yes. Very underpaid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thought that popped in it. Underappreciated.
I think that's why it's not that many. You know, we don't hear people talking about they going to school to become teachers anymore.
Yeah.
Back in our day, that's all man. You used to always hear people, "Oh, I'm going to school for," you know what I mean, education. I mean, start teaching these kids.
Yeah. I was raised by a teacher.
That's deep.
My mom was a teacher.
You couldn't get no bad grades.
School was really easy for me. Like,
I bet.
School was really easy for me. Like, I didn't pay attention. I was a class clown. And it was like, that's not something I struggled with.
Right.
That's not where my struggle was. I enjoy learning.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy learning. School kind of bored me. I don't need to do this. I've been reading encyclopedias all week. Like, I want you come in here. Let me take this test. I had some great teachers though. Like, they used to put my homework together for me because they know I'm not staying. Like, I'm out of here. I'm coming to give me the test. As long as I get certain grades on the test, I'm good to go. I ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
They all try to save me. Like, listen, just do this, go to school. It's like, I don't like programming. I don't like programming. It's like, nah, I never liked it. I don't need this. I'm like, this is 6th grade. I don't need this, man. Let me go ahead. Like, I should have got homeschooled probably. My mom ain't had time for that. She was trying to help other kids.
You
know. But I have a deep appreciation for teachers.
Man, shout out to your moms too, man.
I think when Joe, we used to hang with. Remember Joe Johnson?
Joe.
His mom was a teacher, right?
Yeah, and what was Hamburger too? Remember Sean? Was it Sean Hamburger?
Yeah.
I forgot Mr. Hamburger.
Yeah, I used to spend the night at me and Joe Johnson used to be best friends. Shout out to Joe Johnson. Where's he at? Where are these people
I ain't
at?
seen Joe in a minute. I reached out. We connected on Facebook like not that long ago, man. Yeah. I ain't seen him in years.
Well, long story short, I had a little sleepover in his house or whatever. His mom didn't play none of them games. He acted up. He had a report to do. I was sitting there like, whoa. I had my issues. I had my issues. Everybody know my issues with physical. Shout out to people that been abused. You know what I mean?
Man.
But we all have our different type of traumas and things that we that happen to be mine. We didn't call in storms out here now. We didn't call the energy together.
We got the quiet storm.
But this is the thought that's in my head. Anyone who's listening, if you are educated, if you are a teacher that's listening, please, I invite you to come on the show.
Call in too.
Call in. I got some questions for you. I'll be honest with you because I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but in my mind, I want to know the thinking of teachers. Like, what do they know the responsibility and the power that they have, and what would they like to see to be properly respected? Now I know the money and I know a little bit about the city and the budget and all that. So I'm a solution type of person. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking in my head, I'm just vibing right now in the Cypher. Like, how can we show appreciation to teachers? I'm thinking about like once a week, have like a teacher of the week or something. They need to know that they're in the front lines.
And they appreciate it, man.
Yeah, so.
I ain't trying to speak for them, but I can speak to it a little bit.
Listen.
Because I know my mom used to dislike. Because I know she loved her job. But and she never complained about her pay. Never once. Okay. She got the summers off. I got the summers off.
3 months.
Yeah, she got the summers off.
Damn near almost 3
I'm
months.
Still getting paid while I'm not working.
Like
she really enjoyed it. But there was a lot of, safety's a big thing. It's not safe in the schools no more. I know once I'm an adult and you see what's going on, it's like, man, it's not even safe to be a teacher no more. For real. Like, they're targets in there. Not just that, there's the respect thing. Where it's like, it's not, you say you're a teacher, you really don't get respect. It's like, give them their flowers out here.
Yes.
When you see it, like I wish I seen some of my old teachers that I probably gave a hard time to. That I know still remember me though. Because I have a baby sister that's 13 years younger than me. And they was like, how's your brother doing? It's like, dang, they remember me.
Right.
Like,
right.
That speaks to the type of people a lot of them are. It used to take time out. I'm calling your mama. I'm calling your mama. Like, I remember a couple of their names, but it's like, yeah, give them their flowers. If I see them on the street now, hopefully most of them still alive. I'm not that,
Shout out to Mr. Neff. Mr. Neff, I still talk to Mr. Neff.
Like,
Mr. Neff from Hennepin?
Thank him.
What class?
I think he was like science teacher or something like that. One of the teachers up on the 2nd floor. Man, yeah, he reach out on Facebook. Every time I leave a comment, I see Mr. Neff on there. I'm like, damn, that's what's up, bro. Like, shit, I've been out of school for almost, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. And then when I see him comment on one of my posts, I was like, oh, man, look at Mr. Neff. Yeah.
Dang, now it got me thinking of a question. Like, who's your favorite? What teacher stood out to you the most? What teacher stood out? I'm thinking, I remember Mr. Thomas. He was a history. No, Mr. Doak.
Mr. Doak from the high. Your guy.
Well, I had
short.
Little short, bald-headed dude. I'm telling you, this dude.
He put us onto the History Channel all dang there. Remember, everything showed us all them board things and Mr. Doak. Oh,
Mr. Doak. Now, this is dude. Now, we went to the inner city. You know what I mean? Whatever. And so this was the dude. I don't know where he was from. He always had an out of town Southern type of vibe to him.
Down south.
He had a bald head. His face stayed like this. He looked like one of them damn puppets.
A military guy. You could tell he was military though. Something.
And he went into history. I don't think I was all in. Like the whole miles was like this. He would get black and white videos and show like World War I, World War II, just the history. And like I said, respect to Sharif Ahmed too. We gotta love a history. If you don't understand history,
what?
Man, that's where my love of history began, because you can see a lot of things like what's going on right now. Like some of it was war or whatever, and even how I understand like what's going on with this conflict of like Russia and Ukraine. Like, okay, people can talk about what's going on. Like, okay, let's talk about the origins. Like, what happened before? What happened before? What happened to happen? And then you have a clearer picture of really what's really going on. So Mr. Dope, he got my vote for like he's. I remember him to this day. I remember his face. I could draw him. That and Miss Cheeseman when I was in 5th grade. We was young boys, and she used to come around. You know how the teachers come around you and like help you with your homework. She was smelling all good and stuff. You know, we had that female representation. You know, like, what you think? What you think?
Oh man, I had so many.
I know, right?
You gotta pick one.
I had so many, man. I can't single them out. I'm trying to get one from every school. I've been to a couple schools.
Mr. Preston.
Oh, KP.
Mr. Preston.
Is he still with us?
I think so. Yes, I think he's still
I
here.
seen him out of Spooky Nooks a couple years ago.
Mr. Press.
Yeah, love and peace to the Mr. KP.
Miss Woodyard. Yeah, that's Hannah Penn. Yeah, man, a couple of teachers, man. This got me thinking on my radar right now.
They were giants, yo.
Mr. Tribute.
Yeah.
Confounded. Remember my boy used to never cuss. He'll get that confounded. And you know he meant something. You might get that little pink slip.
I did have one. 4th grade. Mr. Severi. Okay. Military guy. He had his fingers blown off.
For real?
Yeah, he had his fingers blown off.
Fingers,
not the whole finger. Like the tips of his fingers.
Or he touched the bum or something.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember the story right now. But that dude was so on me. 4th grade. On me. Like, man, I'm not letting nothing. You're not going. Like, nah, listen, this is what's gonna happen. I'm calling your mom, we're talking about. He stayed on me. He gave me such a hard time. I was like, nah, I couldn't stand him. Now it's like, man, that dude, he went the extra mile for me.
Yep, went out his way.
Yeah. He had none of that. Staying after school. Like, he got places to go. He got places to go.
Right.
Stuff to do. No, he stayed on me, man. I appreciate that. There's a couple. Mr. Atwood, science teacher, always had cool projects. He had an iguana. What was this science teacher? Is that science?
I'm sorry, I don't want to get involved when it comes to me. Do you got children?
No children.
Okay. You got children? I'm just trying to relate my concept of teachers back in the day before I say something out of place. Because I go to my son when he was going to Hennepin and such, meeting the teachers and getting a vibe for the teacher. What's your vibe from the teachers? You know, do that old
teachers are. It's like more. They're more. It's like these teachers now, because they already know that. You know what I mean? They going against a nation of millions. It seems like it's like they go out their way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Some of the ones that I encounter with, they go out their way. You know what I mean? Make sure to call. They do 2 assignments or you know what I mean? Something like that. They'll make that little phone call or something like that.
And the parents too. You know, from my time being the youth education director, you have no idea how much you would pour into a child, and then when they go home, it's just like somebody just stick a pen underneath the bucket and let the water just drain on out. And they do their common sense.
So they get unplugged. It's like they go to the crib and then they get unplugged, and it's just like running off fumes or something.
So that's something I'm kind of like really focusing on is parents. And I went from being the youth education director. I'm thankful to have this particular forum. Thanks to the dear brother, because it's time to get that. Parents, it's time to go to school. And one of the things we need to go to school is our emotional aspect of it, like mental health, emotions. Like how much are we projecting onto our kids? You know, what different things. And then we were just talking before we came in. We talking about York has a vibe.
Yes.
York City has a vibe.
Yes, it does.
You know, it is what it is, and that's why we here. We here to crack that joint on open, and that vibe is, from what I particularly pick up. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Anybody that's listening, type up. I don't got all the answers now, but when I interact with some parents or whatever when they're dealing with the youth, is whatever the parents say inhibitions or weaknesses and things of that nature, your child you're supposed to guide your child.
Mm-hmm.
Your child, you should want your child to be better than you. Now that might sound simple, but not everybody. I spoke to parents that just like, okay, well, this is my crutch, or this is my parents got kids out there selling drugs.
No.
Like, man,
no, that's not the way.
Yeah, so
that's keeping that dark cloud over the youth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We supposed to sit there and give them that light. You know what I mean? Spread them clouds open. You know what I mean? Shine that sun on them kids, man. But you know what I mean? You can't stop the sun from shining.
For sure.
So gotta shine that light on these youth, man, because that's why they walking around with the hoods up. That's why they feel so dark and like it's 90-something degrees out and kids are with hoodies and still wearing a mask. Like, I'm like,
you were saying about that.
Listen, I'm not from here. I was gonna let y'all take it. I'm gonna give you an outsider's perspective.
Man, that's what's up. I could dig it. I
don't get out much. I don't talk to many people. Like I said, I was in a dark place. I want to make sure I wasn't adding to no negativity. Man, this place got pain. I feel pain when I came out here.
It's no love.
Absence of love, baby. I don't want to say
I
there's
think
none.
that is.
I met some, I like Jamil.
Shout out Jamil. Shout out Tavon
energy.
Parker.
I like y'all energy.
Yes.
It's like I've met some
Brent
good
Kinsley,
people out here.
Kyle Moore.
But the pervasive energy.
My man Kevin Cheese, bro. We out here, but it's hard to find this when you got, like I said, when you got that big dark cloud and then that dust. You know what I mean? Like,
outside.
Yeah, when the weatherman said you can visual like 4 or 5 miles. Or so. Man, it's hard. It's probably that visibility is probably like almost none here. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. We got to step up.
Exactly. It's all good.
We got a voice.
All my lights that's shining into this vacuum of darkness to be seen. I tell my children, I say, stuff don't get easier, we get stronger. We get brighter. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I gotta allude to this. Seem like I'll allude to it every week. My favorite poem is the poem that's on Coach Carter. And the idea is that what are we afraid of the most? What we're afraid of that we're infinitely powerful beyond measure. And then when we subconsciously give our light, shine our light, everybody just turn on like switches, like matches. So everybody's matched. This dark cloud that you see is really filled with gasoline. Fumes. You feel me? So as each one of us light up the light, this thing is spark like wildfire. Be viral in the positive, not viral in a video of somebody getting stomped out.
Almost like you gotta have night vision.
Yeah.
You almost like you gotta have the night vision goggles.
Like Vin Diesel in that movie.
What was that? The Pitch Black or something like that. Man. Or even like my man on that show, the Skinwalker, the rancher joint, where they out there in the helicopter with the night vision.
Oh, we gonna get into that in a whole nother. Y'all not ready for that right now.
With the mess, the triangle,
light, right?
How them orbs was going into the mess. You know what I mean? I'm on that, so I say yes.
We got some deep stuff for y'all. We're just scratching the surface, and like I said, we not going anywhere. This is live every Wednesday. And I know the guy right here got plans to, involve yourself into podcasts. I was talking to you. We got involved. Hey, we all branch out. We all bring that light. So if you listening at home, if you have a inkling of motivation to be an instrument of change and have a podcast, have a show. I opened my throat chakra up in January. I was bullishing. I was talking. I was like, yeah. Then when it come time, I was like, no. Your greatest enemy is enemy. ENENY's enemy is he that is in me. Your own self-doubt. And like I've shared on other particular shows, your body consciousness is what's going to keep you from achieving success. Don't be mad at yourself for the way that you design. You design that way for a reason. Keep you safe. Your body conscious is pretty much like an overprotective mother. But sometimes you gotta say, you know, I'm stepping out on faith. I'm stepping out into something amongst the wolves. You know, behold, he said, I sent you out amongst the wolves in the darkness.
We talked about that too, like how that wolf eat everything and stuff. I send you out there.
We out here in the darkness and we smiling. We're growing, we thriving. Come join us. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the new. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. I have a mentality that I say to myself every day, be phenomenal or be forgotten.
Oh, don't be afraid of that. Be weird.
Be weird, yeah. See, I'm on my weirdo, walking around with crystals half a day, you know. But this is something, I'll be honest with you, just real quick. And then we got 10 minutes, y'all. We appreciate you listening in. I know you're listening. We not perturbed at all if that phone don't ring, because we going to be up here vibing regardless. And we know we all listening. I know that the seeds are being placed into the minds of the people.
It's civilian talk.
But you said something that was really deep when you were sharing your story, and I kind of jotted it down a little bit about negative thoughts, how removing negative thoughts within yourself. I know if you want to elaborate on it a little bit.
I got you.
Then I got something off of that.
You know, I've been doing a lot of reading, soul searching, whatever you want to call it. Man, I was at the, you know, they say a man changes in 4 seasons or something. I can't remember what season right now. Somebody else said it, but you know, when he has to change, when pain, I can't remember, but I was in the pain.
Yes, sir.
It was pain. That's what it felt like. And I had to change, and I had to start looking. I was like, man, what? I had no clue what was going on. I started reading, and you know, I've read all the holy books. You know, I consider myself agnostic, not atheist, agnostic.
Okay.
But I noticed similarities, you know, even from the yin and the yang. I'm on the Bhagavad Gita, I believe it's pronounced. I'm reading that one, and I'm noticing this internal. What's the devil's greatest trick?
What they say? Convincing the world it don't exist.
Don't exist. I go further. It's in you. We all got light and dark in us. You got choices you're gonna make in your life.
Facts.
They're gonna lean you one way or the other. I don't know how, but I didn't notice my choices was leading me the wrong way. But I know I didn't recognize myself, and that's fortunate because I was raised right. You know when they say you very better than this, I was literally raised better than this. It caught me. I got all the way down to my core values though. So it's inside you. Your core values lead to your core behaviors, and then your core attitudes. You know, it's a concentric circle. And when I was down there, I had to find how it happens, and where you place your attention is where your energy's going.
Facts.
So if you got negative self-doubts, whatever the thoughts are that aren't positive, and you're not gonna stay positive all the time, because I tried that. That doesn't work. That's not realistic. Life gonna throw some curveballs at you. Don't stay there. I stayed there way too long, and then you don't recognize yourself. It's not who you want to be. It's not attractive. It's ugly. So I was reading Jim Quick, I think his name is, and what's the other doctor's name? Everybody says the same thing though. So may say it different ways. Kill your negative thoughts. Ants. Kill ants. Always. As soon as it comes up, nah. Hey, it's negative. Oh, you can't? Can't what? When I went to boot camp when I was a kid. It was like, man, you run a mile the first day. You running a mile. Fat kids, whoever. You running a mile.
Everybody got it.
I can't run no mile. You running a mile.
Right.
You might run at the same pace as him, but you're running this mile. And you know what? You run that mile the first day. And they tell you, there's no such thing as you can't. When your body stops, that's when you can't no more.
I just heard that in the movie too.
I came out that monster. Because you know what? I found out there's not a lot I can't do. Right. I was mad. They sent me. That was probably like one of the best things for me in my life.
Best moves.
Like, I found out a lot I can't. There's not a lot I can't do. And that powered me through a lot of life. And it's like, I think more people need that, where it's like, Nah, man, you limit yourself. You know how bulls can jump. Like, I don't know how high the numbers, but they be having little fences. Even your dog, they have little fences. They can clear that if they want to.
Right, they want.
But
there'd be a tsunami or something.
They'll clear it.
They're conditioned to believe like they can take a little spike and stick it in the ground and hold an elephant. Because as a little kid,
like
as
a jump
as a calf,
rope can hold an elephant.
Yeah, as a calf, they stick their spike in. The elephant can't move. He tried, but as he grew, he figured out he just stopped trying.
Right. Exactly.
Now you can't pull that spike out the ground.
Exactly. Spike.
That's what the kill negative thoughts is. Like, man, you hold yourself back.
Ants. I like that.
Kill ants.
That's respect.
Dude, hold on. Let me ask you. So you lost your power. So you felt like you lost your power when you start going left?
Absolutely. I lost. As soon as you start, the negativity comes. Man, listen. My life is. I always felt like the universal child. You know, my parents are my surrogates. But like I always felt like I had a charm on my life. I never really had no tragedies, no traumas as a young child. I had a blessed childhood. 90% of my family is healthy. My grandparents lived to 90. Like it was, you know, I felt special my whole life.
Right.
It enabled me to go out and meet other people who maybe didn't have the same upbringing. Feel like this dude's different. I just felt special my whole life.
Yes, sir.
And then I remember one day it was just like somebody put a lid on it. I remember telling people like I don't know what happened. But I feel like I lost my charm. Like I feel like something is. I was just negative, and it spiraled. So I didn't recognize myself more. I was like, nah, man, it's not. I hit the bottom. I was like, it's not even me.
Right.
It's not even me. Shout out to all the people though who helped me. Because a lot of people didn't give up on me. I don't care what you meant by it. I don't care how I felt at the time. Now it's like, thank you.
Right.
Because it's like, I'm grateful. I needed that, man. I needed that kick in the butt. Like, bro, you don't see what's going on. I didn't.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see what was going on.
It's like that smack.
Yeah.
Smack in the back of the head.
Yep. I didn't see what was going on.
Get your stuff
man.
together.
Like, man, you being negative right now. It's not even you. It's like, man.
Right.
Almost caught me, man. There's a war on the white city.
But that's cool that you caught that, you know, and then you still had the the appreciation, love of yourself to not even hold yourself even lower. Sometimes you're like, oh man,
I went through all that.
I'm messing up. Then
I went through all that.
Yeah.
Shame
I understand it. I see your
all
perspective. Like, I ain't
Guilt.
supposed to be doing it. Guilt.
Yep.
Yeah.
All that stuff. I went through all of it. I'm going through them. Levels.
This is the time.
Levels.
Like I said, the triggers and traumas, they
Seven
help
of
you
them.
go. I know people that's double my age, you know, that are even emotionally, you know, you're dealing with some triggers and traumas that we experienced when we were 5, 6, 7 years old. You know what I mean? And it's coming up. You know, it's time to kind of quell that. But that was deep. The idea that you were saying about negative thoughts, you know, with yourself, that's powerful. As well as your negative thoughts concerning other people. And this is a concept. I have my little brain freezy thing going on right now. Is as far as that, how consciousness only knows itself. We are all each individualized portions of God consciousness. You can try to see other people's perspective, but in essence, how consciousness is desired, you can only just experience that. So whenever, and that's all consciousness knows. So whenever you talking bad about somebody else, or you sending negative at somebody else, it comes back to you. Because even like you said, where your thought goes, where your power goes. So you go and put that, and you thinking somebody else, and you having a good time talking about somebody else and all that, and you on their Facebook page, you see them growing and shining, and you sitting over there hating them. You know what I mean?
You got a lot of those too. You got a lot of haters.
This is we said about yours.
Yeah.
It's all good, but understand this: that hate is a lower form of love. People think that, you know, you got love on one side and hate on the other. That's why you can show love and actually get, you know, you can come out of hate with love. You find that individual, like you watch the Grinch.
God, he almost had me thinking to do the right thing with Ready Over Our Hand when he had the love and the hate. Remember the big rings and stuff?
Yes,
He had one boy carrying the big boom box. Classic.
Yo, so we got about like 2 or 3 more minutes in this. I say all this to say, EJ, you welcome to come to join us again.
Yes, man. Yo, love you, bro.
Likewise,
love.
you too.
You know what I mean? Straight up. Glad you came on here, bro.
Love
for
is
real.
real.
Y'all here.
I think we just kind of clicked off. So we're gonna go for just a little bit more, kind of close this out really with respect. So the God is gonna be here, and of course, anything that we could do to help, promote any type of podcast or something.
Anything.
We all the same. It's the same energy. We the same being. You know what I'm saying? And it's high time that everybody outside, like I said in my little bit beginning, is that the reflections. Everybody that you meet is a reflection. So if somebody's coming to you and they ripping and beefing and you get ready to go spaz out on them, be kind to that different aspect of you and ask yourself, ask your higher self, what am I to learn with this interaction with this particular person that's getting on my last guy? I ain't gonna cuss on this show. This person is just, you will find everybody has that one person that's like, why is that person in my life? It's almost seems like they attack. Why do they always just coming for me?
That's that one
What is
person.
it? What is it? What is it? Stand down. Take a deep breath. Breathe in some of that good old prana. Put it in your chest, and then you can have bring your mind back in your body and analyze. Play chess with everybody's playing checkers and say, okay, what is this person doing? What are they trying to activate in me? And what is it about that person that I don't like? And how is that related to what I don't like about myself? You know what I mean? So we all here. This is the conversation. This is the hour of power. We're going to conclude this. We're going to have the God back. Please make sure you tune in. Make this schedule this into your phones. Same bat time, same bat channel. So at the very end, kind of end this all off. I would say for everybody who's listening, you all have a part to play. I'm extremely respectful for anybody who's alive and breathing right now, whether you be Democrat, Republican, whether you be Trump himself, or
Even the green team. The Green Party.
Anybody. Just to be alive and having your feet on the ground at this particular junction in time shares that you have a role to play in this world, and I welcome that. We welcome you. We welcome your perspective. You guys, if we saying something that's opposite or opposed, bring that perspective on. That's the only way we can grow as a society is if we allow other people to speak. We shouldn't be canceling and shutting people off for different things. Let them talk. We'll give you. I don't care. I let somebody from MAGA. You got a MAGA hat. You want to sit right here next to this chair? I'm gonna greet you.
I like that.
And I'm gonna give you a bottle of water, and I want to see what your thoughts is. That's the only way that we actually get back to the
We're
understanding.
going to have some rebuttals, though.
Precisely.
We're going to have some rebuttals.
It's all good. We love them too.
You know what I
Talk
mean? We're going to be a good conversation.
Yeah, that's how it's all about different perspectives. So with that, I implore everybody to seek the God within. Let me say it right. Find your heaven on earth. Find your heaven on earth. Find your peace of mind. Even if you living in a house and you got 18 people in your house and they all crazy, we got to go in the closet and get in your happy space. Take your deep breath. Find your peace and happiness right now, because there's agents out there that don't want you to be happy and peaceful right now. They want you to be full of fear and all the type of foolishness. But all those people, find your heaven on earth. Seek your heaven on earth. You're going to find your God within. And when you find the God within, then you seek to magnify heaven on earth. And we can actually change this around and make this a wonderful experience here on this planet. It's all up to us. So until the next bat channel, love and light to you all. Peace.
Each one teach one.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yo, thanks for coming, bro.
Jump on